Hi, welcome back to our social networking app tutorial with React and Spring Boot. In this video we will create two components, which is create comment and then comment, which we will use to display our comment here. Now you see we have one comment, but if we click, so we have no implementation for the comment, right? We just set this to 0. Okay, now the next thing we will do is that we will have a create comment component and then comment. Okay, so let's go to the component, new file, and name this create comment.js. okay, and we will use the React code snippet to generate code. Okay, let name it create comment. Okay, we don't need the state here, so inside our constructor we will define the state that we need for this class, equal to user. We set this to empty, and then content we will set this to empty as well. That is, we will use the form to receive the data and update this state. Okay, so now we need a div here with a class name comment form. Okay, so inside this we will have our form, and we need the information here at comment. Okay, so what next? The next thing here, we need to have form. So inside this we will have input and text area element, which we will use to receive the data from. Let's start with the input. So we define the type and the placeholder. Type equal to text, placeholder will be your name. Okay, and then this input is required. So then we need a text area as well, but before then we need a break here, followed by the text area. Our text area will have a placeholder. First we define the rows before the placeholder. Rows equal to 3, and then the placeholder will be, the information will be right your comment here. Okay, then this is required as well. So we also need a button for the submit that we will use to comment. So we need a break again before the button. So here we will use the input, but this type is submit. Okay, and then we also need the value which the value will be comment. Okay, so now we will define the method that will use this input and the text area, which we will handle the text and the content and then update our state. So let's start with the handle user, which we will use to handle this input. Okay, so we will start with handle user change event. We will receive the changes and then update our user. Okay, so const the value event dot target dot value, and then we will use this dot set state and update our user with the current value. Okay, so we also need to add the method to handle the text area. So handle text change event. So this will be similar to the one we have, the handle user change. We just need to add it here and then change this to content. That is the only changes we will make here. Okay, we have the content. Okay, so what we will do next is that we will have to call this method to add this method to the input and the text area, that is on change. Here it is on change. We pass the method that will handle change, this dot handle user change for the input, and then for the text area we will have on change this dot handle text change, this dot handle text change, and then this dot handle user change. So what we will do next is that we need to the handle, that is handle submit, that is when we submit, how it will, what will happen. Handle submit equal to event with event. Okay, so we will prevent default submit, prevent default. Okay, so on what we will do next, we will have the on submit. Okay, props. On submit prop, we will use this to pass the data that we just submit to another component, which is the single post component. So this will be a prop, this dot props dot on comment submit. So we will pass the data here for the user face, which we will access using this dot set dot user. Then we trim in case of the space. If we have space around, we trim. Okay, then we need the content as well. So this dot state dot content. Okay, this dot state dot content dot trim as well. Okay, so and the next thing that we will do, let's call the on submit here and give it to this method on submit this dot handle submit. Okay, so here after we submit and pass it to the on commit submit, inside the single post we will have the method that will handle on commit submit. So before then we will set all the value to empty so that the user will know that he submitted. If you remember, we did the same with the create post. You see, if we have a name like this and then we also have a content like this, once we submit, this will not go on, it will remain. So to avoid this, we will set it to empty so that it will go as we submit, it will disappear. Okay, so we will use this dot set state here, set state, and then set the value for the user to empty as well as for the content to empty as well. Okay, so we will access those using the value. We will set this value, then access the user. Okay, this set that user, so we will have empty after submit using this, and we will also have the value here for the content, value equal to, we access this dot state dot content. Okay, now the next thing we will do is we will bind all these three methods to this constructor. We have this dot handle, we start with the handle user change equal to this dot handle user change dot bind this. Okay, we will have this dot handle text change equal to this dot handle text change dot bind this. Okay, and then for the submit, this dot handle, we have handle submit equal to this dot handle submit dot bind this as well. Okay, we finish with the create comment component. So we need to test this to see. So we need to print this in the console so that we can see. Let's use the console.log. Once we submit, we will see if our create comment component is working fine. Okay, so we'll use the JSON.string file, then follow by our state this dot state. Okay, we will have the object which contains the user and the content. So okay, now we will call this inside the single post component, and then we will test if our implementation works. But before then, we need to import the component from React. Okay, so let's import component from React like this. So save the changes, and then let's go to the single post component. We will call this. Okay, so create comment. Remember, we have the prop. Let me show you. Inside the create comment, we define this on comment submit, which we will use to pass data to our single post component. Okay, so we need to define a method to handle on comment submit. Okay, so inside our single post component, here it is, we will have the method to handle on comment submit. Okay, now let's define the method. We will just have the empty method for now. We will have the implementation of the method later. Let's set handle comment submit, and let's have this empty and bind this to the constructor of this method, this class. We have this dot handle comment submit equal to this dot handle comment submit dot bind this. Okay, so let's save the changes, and we will call this inside the, we will have the on comment submit. Let's check the create comment so that to have no spelling error. Let's just copy the on comment submit that will pass our data to the handle comment submit. So, and we'll have this dot handle comment submit. Okay, so later we will have the implementation of our handle comment submit. Just we define it so as not to the React to prompt us to have the we have the comment submit props. Okay, now let's test our implementation to see if it works. Let's go to the, okay, go to the single post component. You see we have the comment, add comment, your name, write comment here, then the submit comment. Okay, now let's have Aliyu, and then we will have the, we will answer to this post. Let's set yes. He said, hi Aliyu, are you there? Let me just write yes, and then click comment. Okay, you see immediately after the comment it disappeared. And let's check if, let's inspect the console. Okay, you see we have user, Aliyu, and the content yes from the create comment component. Let's clear the console and also have another comment. Okay, so let me write another Aliyu, and then yes. Okay, go to the console. You see we have user, Aliyu, and then content. Yes, that means it is working as expected. Okay, so the next thing we will do is to have the comment component, which is simple, and let's have the new file comment.js. okay, so we will have the to generate, let's have comment like this, and then so we will import the component, import component from React. So we'll have a div here, comment, that is a component that we will use to display each comment. This div has the class name comment, and we are passing data to this. So first we have the h3, which has the this dot props dot user, and then we'll also have the text, okay, which will have these dot props dot content. Okay, so let's save this. This is, we will remove the state, we don't need it now. Okay, now this is what we have so far. In the next video we will have the implementation of our handle comment submit, and we will also continue to save this in the database and display the comment, that available comment. So let's meet in the next video.